Hello, my name is Leanne Dixon, and I have had a benign essential tremor for 25 years. I'm currently 53 years old, I think, last time I checked. And so about half my life I've lived with this condition getting progressively worse. A lot of what I experience is kind of a hidden condition. And so I think it's probably a surprise to a lot of people. They don't even know I'm dealing with these feelings inside or this emotion that I'm trying to suppress or control all the time. So part of this is just enlightening my friends and family and coworkers about what it's been like to live with this condition. It's different than Parkinson's, which a lot of people associate it with. Parkinson's, I would shake when my hands were resting. So as you can see, when I rest my hands, they don't shake. So I don't have a Parkinson's tremor condition. I have this essential tremor that's only activated when my muscles are activated. It creates this tremor effect, and if I try to focus on pointing at something or find like typing or texting, that's when it accentuates the tremor. It's been getting progressively worse for like 25 years now, and so even as I reflect on just its impact on my life and how I've had to modify activities and public engagement speaking and how I type and how I sit at my desk, I've just been mindful of how much it has affected my day-to-day. About 10 years ago, I looked into what's called Deep Brain Stimulation, or DBS, and it's been around since the 1990s, so it's not new, but it's becoming more routine for doctors. So I finally felt comfortable this year exploring this treatment for myself. It involves actually going into both sides of my brain and threading a wire down to my thalamus, which will then pinpoint exact location of my tremor. I had to do a MRI with contrast before to help them understand exactly which point to target. But then they'll have a wire that then runs down and connects to a battery, much like a pacemaker battery. And that will send a constant frequency to then remove the tremor. So in the middle of the surgery, I'll actually be awake, and they will be watching how I write or how I touch certain things to target exactly which specific part of my brain needs to be affected, or is affected, so that we can send the right frequency to the right spot. Going through a procedure or deciding to have something like this is definitely an emotional roller coaster. You kind of second guess yourself as to why am I subjecting myself to a brain surgery when I'm relatively healthy, I'm functioning, I have all my cognitive senses, but I'm reminded by others that no, this is a condition that's worsened over time, that you've been managing, but it's taking a lot of energy to manage during the week. And I'm a good candidate for this surgery, so that's helping me get the energy and the excitement about what the outcomes could be. But yeah, it's definitely hits me sometimes with emotion of just what's coming, what life after this will be like, and hopefully I see the results that others are experiencing. Methodist Hospital is where I'll be having the procedure, and I got to thinking, Methodist has been with me through the beginning. That's actually where I was born, here in Houston. And my mother worked there for 25 years in the cardiac recovery unit. And here I am going back for a pretty special surgery that I'm excited about. So both of my kids were born at Methodist, so yeah, Methodist holds a special place in my heart, and excited about seeing this journey through. Well, I very much appreciate everybody's support, and I find this often when you reveal something like this about yourself that maybe others didn't know. People are kind. I mean, they're empathetic, and they just maybe weren't aware of what you were dealing with inside, right? And how you've managed it. And my coworkers are so great. So many of them do know about the condition, and they know the things that exacerbate it or the stressors that can make it more pronounced. And so we work together to manage how I'm put into those situations. And I'm grateful for my family and for the way that this is all that the Leanne they've ever known, right? The shaky Leanne. So they're gracious when they see it in action at the dinner table, and we laugh about it now just because that's often how you deal with things like this, is humor. So we're all excited about what the future might hold with that, and getting to know Leanne version 2.0, whatever that looks like. So.